How are you? As I mentioned, my name is Jumaane Williams. I'm council member for the 45th District in Brooklyn, New York. Also, I have Tourette's syndrome, so you may see me twitch a little bit. Does everybody know what it is? All right, I'm cool as a fan. Everything's all right. I get off with a lot of water. So as I mentioned, yeah, I've been a councilman. This is going on my 9th year. I actually beat an incumbent, which is actually tough to do anywhere, particularly in New York City. They told me I was crazy, I couldn't do it. The Most High worked it out for me, and I've been able to start causing trouble wherever I can in New York City for about 9 years. We've been doing a lot of great work. You know, everybody's talking progressive stuff now, which is interesting. I see a lot of people putting on progressive cloaks that they take on and off. And I see that happening a lot in the gubernatorial race, which is one of the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing. The bio sounded great, so let me try to add some more stuff to it. Most of the things that I'm known for in New York City, some of the things that are really around police reform issues. You know, I've been black for a pretty long time. I always like to say that. So I've dealt with a lot of issues, and I knew when I got in there was one thing I wanted to deal with was police and gun violence, which we've had a lot of success in. So one year they stopped more young black people than actually lived in the city of New York. And we said, that's a lot. And we gave them their own data, and we would say, your own data is saying this is not working, whether it is to get guns off the street, murder, shootings, it just was not having the effect that they wanted to have. And we said there's better ways to do this. At that point, the Speaker of the City Council put me on as the chair of the Gun Violence Task Force. And so we had 2 bills. One was to, for the first time ever, put an Inspector General over the police department. And the second one was to create a bias-based policing, an enforceable ban on bias-based policing. And so they told us at that time, and I always say this because I remember the interesting responses, they made it seem as if we passed these bills, the sky would literally crack open, black, brown boys and girls would fall from the sky and start killing each other and destroy the entire city. That's what was going to happen. And we said, no, we just want actually better policing and safer streets. We're not against the police. I knew that public safety is not equating law enforcement. Law enforcement is a partner in public safety. And if you deal with a lot of the underlying issues, then you would actually be helping public safety. So if we dealt with unemployment, if we dealt with the housing issues, access to jobs, access to education. As a matter of fact, there's data set that shows the #1 thing that cuts violent crime in half in young people, arrests, is a job. And so that's one of the reasons I push so much for the summer youth. And so we did a lot of good work. We now have a gun violence, we have a Office to Prevent Gun Violence. We have a crisis management system that if someone asks me about, I'm happy to expound on what that is. We focused on the areas that had the highest rates of gun violence. By the way, when I talk about gun violence, there's 2 buckets, supply and demand. Sometimes they try to mix them up. The supply is the flow of guns into the community, which we have to get a better hold on, whether it's the federal government or the state. The demand is what I was talking about, where I think localities, municipalities, cities can do such a better job of putting in programs to dealing with what is causing the demand to begin with. And so we were successful in getting the laws passed. We overrode billionaire Mayor Bloomberg and our powerful police commissioner Kelly, overrode their veto, passed it, did all this work, and we were told the sky was going to fall on us, crime was going to skyrocket. As of last year, the data shows that we've had the safest city we've had since 1951. So we were correct.